What's up, guys? David Sherback here today. I'm super hyped to be doing this album reaction here today. I'm going to be checking out Madvillainy by MF Doom and, of course, Madlib. This is actually my first kind of introduction to MF Doom. I have listened to probably 2 songs, I think it would be, from MF Doom, and I believe it is Accordion, which is from this album, and I think I've also heard Rhymes Like Dimes, which I'm not sure which album that's off of, but I've heard those 2 songs, and that's it. I left a poll on my YouTube channel in like the community section, and you guys wanted Madvillainy. It won by quite a bit, so I'm super hyped to get into this. This is from 2004. I know the kind of critical acclaim that this album has achieved, and I know that there's a ton of people that love this. And I'm kind of surprised, honestly, that it's taken me so long to kind of realize what this album is. Considering that when I started getting more and more into music, it did start with hip-hop and it did start with rap. So it's kind of surprising that one of the like iconic staples of, I guess you could call it underground hip-hop, abstract hip-hop, I guess. It's kind of surprising that I've only kind of heard about this so recently. So yeah, I don't think there's much else to say. I know that MF Doom is a great lyricist, a great rapper, a great MC, and I know, of course, Madlib is a legendary hip-hop producer as well, so this is going to be quite the duo here that we have teaming up for this album. Before I get into this, I just want to say that this is just my opinion. Music is completely subjective. If I think one thing is better than you think, it doesn't really matter. It's just one dude's opinion, and it's just one white kid's opinion as well, so keep that in mind as well. All right, I don't think there's much else to say. It looks like a lot of these tracks are pretty short, actually, which is kind of surprising because I feel like the further back in time you go, the longer songs usually are. That's not with all cases, obviously, but all right, the Illest Villains. I'm gonna have Genius up as well because I usually don't have Genius up and I usually don't like to do this, but I figured since people call MF Doom one of the greatest rappers of all time, also rest in peace. I don't know how I haven't mentioned that yet. Rest in peace to MF Doom, of course. Just a legend gone way too soon. And I've only listened to 2 MF Doom songs, and I can already tell he's a legend. So once again, rest in peace. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm gonna have the Genius lyrics up here. I usually don't do that, but I want to give these lyrics the attention that they deserve, and I don't really want to miss anything. I mean, I will miss stuff because I'm not going to be able to catch everything on a first listen, and I'm probably not going to understand a lot of these bars too, but yeah, I'm hyped to get into this. It starts off with the Illest Villains. Okay, let's go. It's like Wu-Tang or something.
One of the worst.
Okay, so I'm guessing, is these 2 villains referring to MF Doom and Madlib? Kind of just hyping them up as a duo, I'm guessing. Why did I say duo like that? Symbiotic supervillains to sing. Okay, yeah. Okay. And yeah, already coming in with these kind of cartoons being sampled, very cartoonish beat. Feels kind of Wu-Tang for a little bit there, but also not really at the same time. I'm intrigued.
Of all was Madvillain, beyond the wrong side of the law. 360 degrees.
Okay, before we go into Accordion, which once again I've already heard, I was not really expecting this. We have like a narrator kind of going through, kind of explaining what we're gonna expect to see in this album. The 2 villains obviously being Madlib and MF Doom, kind of hyping up this duo here, and I liked that. Perhaps that last line there, perhaps it's the seminal connection that audiences can relate the experience in their life with the villains and their dastardly doings. So I guess in this album, I mean, you see obviously with MF Doom, he always has that mask. I don't, like, once again, this is my first introduction to MF Doom. I don't know if in all these songs he's playing a character. Maybe it's partially character, maybe it's partially his real life too. But yeah, very cartoonish, and yeah, just very cartoonish in general, that first track there. Let's keep going though. Accordion. This beat is so good. Oh, I forgot to mention before we get deeper into this track, I'm gonna be I know some people aren't going to like this, but I'm going to be giving scores at the end of each track and then kind of average those scores out to get kind of a final album score. And obviously, if I feel like I need to change it, I'll change it. But for that first track, I feel like it was a good introduction. Obviously, you didn't have MF Doom or Mad or just MF Doom on the beat at all, but I feel like it set a really good tone. We're going to see how that kind of translates to the rest of the album, but just off of my enjoyment, I would give that like a 9, probably a 9. Really loved the chopped up like cartoon samples in there, and that narrator it was just a cool introduction. So let's keep going though. Accordion.
Y2GSD twice to threefold. The other half is rich and it don't mean shit to villain. A mixture between both with a twist of liquor. Don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it. Yeah.
I think, hold up, I think I'm stupid. I don't think I've heard this track. I think I've heard All Caps, which comes up next, or not next, but it's the 20th track on the album. I think that's the one I've heard, because the beat sounds vaguely familiar, but I don't think I've actually listened to that song before. I guess the kind of picture that he's painting here is kind of how that intro track kind of painted it as well. Just this kind of like a villain, like they said in the introductory track there. Bro, the rhyme schemes on this are insane. Like, I'm just reading through these lyrics. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. And in terms of his flow, like, the flow is pretty like constant throughout, but I feel like that honestly just kind of helps get these lyrics across better. I feel like if he was doing all these different crazy flows, it would kind of take away from it. In terms of a score on how I enjoyed that track, I mean, the beat is insane. I'm having a little bit of trouble just kind of trying to see what this song means. But yeah, overall, in terms of my enjoyment, I give it probably like a 9.3, I would say. That was super good, super good. Let's go on to the next track, which is Meat Grinder. That's another title I've heard. A Frank Zappa sample? What?
Tripping off the beat, kinda dripping off the meat grinder. Heat niner, pimping, stripping, soft, sweet minor, midget. Borderline, schizo, certified, tits, dough, porter wine.
That bass line is beautiful.
Still incredible in escrow, bladder, pain, doing host, doing
what are these mouth sounds in the background? Holy frick, bro, what? The bass, okay, let me start off with the instrumental. The bass line on that thing, super catchy bass line. That beat was just so mesmerizing. Like, this production is just so good by Madlib. It's insane. And then MF Doom, those ad-libs as well, making like these weird, like, he's spitting in the mic. I don't know, he was doing some weird stuff, but it fit like super well. And then in terms of the lyrical content, I guess what I got from it, I mean, it sounds like he's describing an experience with maybe a prostitute, a schizophrenic, borderline schizo, okay. Just, yeah, the rhyme schemes on this and the flow that this dude goes through. And also, another thing I noticed, his, like, super, at one point, his voice got, like, pretty raspy in there. I could hear that rasp really well. And I don't know what it is about it. I enjoy it. I enjoy the rasp in his voice. I don't know if that sounds weird, but it's just a fact. All right. In terms of a score for that one, I'd give it like that was probably the best track so far for me. I'd probably say like a 9.5. I mean, hey, we'll give it a 10. I can't really find anything that I didn't like about that. The beat was amazing. The bass line was catchy. The flows were nice. I mean, I can't complain. It was great. All right, let's keep going. Bistro.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this beat.
Madvillain, Bistro, bed and breakfast.
This is smooth. All right, so nice little interlude there. Bistro. I mean, instrumentally, sonically, that was probably my favorite one so far. Loved the soul backing vocals and just everything going on instrumentally was super satisfying and just super smooth as well. Kind of a big switch up in terms of musically what's going on in that track. And I guess, I mean, the way he's kind of like just, introducing us to these things. It's like he's like the owner of a restaurant or something. So lyrically, I don't know if I could really get the point of it, but it sets a nice vibe. It's a good track as an interlude, I guess. I'd probably give it like maybe like an 8. All right, Raid.
2-2-1-2. How Doom hold heat and preach non-violence.
Oh!
On one starry
This
night,
beat!
I saw the light. Heard a voice that sound like Barry White. Said, sure, you're right. And that's no exaggeration. The doctor told
I've heard this beat
it's all in
before.
your imagination, Negro. Right? All right, then.
Oh, there's a feature on this?
Now, how man hold heat like Clint Eastwood's reborn. Leave a whip or holes in the dartboard.
That's fire. Both of them starting their verses off with that similar kind of line.
Smoking and getting by. Thanks, rap, I ain't got a dime. Got me sneaking out of checkout lines with bottles by the wayside. Champ with a nerve, meeting the germ.
All right, we're 5 tracks in. And I will say, I feel like the replay value to this album is going to be insane. Like, not even if I don't even have to play the whole album through. I feel like I can just pick a song from this. And considering that most of these tracks are like 2 minutes, I mean, there's one that's 3 minutes there, but they're all super short. I feel like it's going to be super, like the replay value on this is going to go crazy. That beat, I've definitely heard it before. It says who did they sample? They sampled, I mean, the piano is insanely catchy, like crazy, so good. Sampled from the Bill Evans Trio Raid. Oh, Bill Evans Trio, okay. Yeah, super jazzy, super fun, super uppity, is that a word? I don't know. And yeah, just these two guys. I mean, I don't know who M.E.D. is, but he killed it on his verse. Some funny bars in there, and then Doom had some bars too. Oh, I just that production, like I gotta admit, I was listening more to the production on that one than the actual lyrics on that one because the production is so good. That piano riff, it's so catchy. It's so catchy. That's gonna be stuck in my head like all night. Crazy. All right, America's Most Blunted. I love how short these tracks are too. They don't waste any time.
Listening to music while stoned is a whole new world.
Wait. Wait, music bad. Listening to music. All right, so we're gonna get like a track where Doom is just completely stoned out of his mind.
Close around the phonograph.
Doom nominated for the best role L's, and they wondered how he dealt with stress so well.
Bruh. Doom nominated for the best rolled L's. That's legendary. A L obviously being an L joint, but like obviously playing on rolling your R's, I'm guessing. Yeah, that's fire. That's fire. Production is so colorful.
The Madvillain killing Mad Boom. Consume weed and drink brew till we perfume the room.
Wait, I didn't know this. Quasimodo is just Madlib? What the heck? Okay, so it's just Madlib rapping here, but like this nasally and kind of cartoonish, once again, not pitched up, but high pitched voice, really complements Doom's lower kind of raspy voice.
While my bow got packed.
You drop X, you can have the sex.
No. Fact that grass increases creativity from 8 to 11 times. In fact, every
A-R-I-J-U? A-J-U-A-N-A.
What the heck? All right, so just having some fun in the studio at the end there. Was that them? I don't know. That might have been a sample of something. But okay, just a nice little a song dedicated to weed, I guess. Which I don't smoke weed, but it's fun. It's entertaining. Quasimodo coming in there. I learned something. I didn't know Quasimodo was just Madlib. Once again, his nasally, higher pitched voice really complemented Doom's voice. And yeah, super entertaining. Bunch of great lines in there as well. These lyrics are just so dense. Like I feel like I'm missing so much. But I do get the main sentiment of that track. So yeah, definitely very solid. In terms of the beat, I don't think it was my favorite so far, but it still wasn't bad. Nice little bass line there, and the little sample chops, the vocal chops were interesting as well. I'd probably give it like a 8.9. Yeah. All right, we're going into Sickfit. Oh, that heavy bass. Just an instrumental. Okay. This is so good. All right. Nice little instrumental track there. This is something I noticed JPEG Mafia does a lot too when I reacted to Veteran. In terms of the beat, I love the way they just chop everything out. These different chops where it's just complete silence. The whole beat completely cuts out. It's just done in such a tasteful way, and it actually adds to the track. You would think that it would take away from it, but it fits perfectly. I can definitely see why they left that to be just an instrumental, because, I mean, that had a lot of character to it. Great just repeating little melody on top, and that fat bass too. That was probably like the fattest bass we've heard on this album so far. I kind of wish Doom would have rapped over that a little bit, but it was still a pretty nice interlude kind of instrumental track. In terms of how much I enjoyed it, I'd probably give like just a solid 9. Great production, super colorful production. Madlib is just, this dude's a genius, bro. He's a genius. We're just gonna get MF Doom singing now. Woo! Whoa! What is happening? Oh. Yes. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what just happened, bro. What the frick was that? That was a complete roller coaster, bro. That might be my favorite song so far. That's a 10, bro. That's a 10. The amount of times that beat switched up, the beat on that thing is insane. I keep saying, like, this might be the best beat, this might be the best beat, but that actually might be the best beat. And while, yes, MF Doom obviously is not the best singer, I feel like it's not terrible because he's not trying too hard, and it doesn't come across as cringy at all. It's not, like, outright terrible. And there's also enough vocal effects on it where it feels kind of old school, and it feels kind of buried in the mix. So even if he isn't the best singer, it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. But that instrumental alone deserves, like, I don't even know what to say, bro. That was like, oh my, I'm going to listen to that so many times, I can already tell. The sax in there, the amount of different crap that was going on, bro. Like, the breakdown at one point there, and then those vocal kind of samples, chopped up vocal samples on top fit so well. And then these angsty kind of lyrics as well. Hope they don't know. Kind of watch your back. What is this even about? Is this about the rainbows are a hallucination from drinking Drano, which is why he slurs his words? Okay, so that's why his singing is kind of not the greatest. I mean, but it fits so well, bro. It fits so well. That is so good. That may be my favorite. That might be my favorite so far.
Villain get the money like curls. They just trying to get a nut like squirrels in his mad world. Now let's try and get something to eat. Then he turned 4 and started when
now switch up. The organ, no, that needed to go longer. That's the one track where I feel like it needed to go longer, bro. Only a minute 35. Come on, bro. The organ just came in. That's my only gripe with that, is that needed to go longer. Doom getting definitely more serious in terms of the lyrics here. Talking about having to steal for his mom when he was younger. But yeah, once again, there's still this kind of cartoonish energy to it, and this fun, upbeat, colorful energy, both in the production and his lyricism, even when he's talking about these more serious things, which is kind of cool to see. Yeah, I just wish that would have went longer. That's the only thing holding me back from liking it more, is that it should have been longer. It's a 9 though. It's a 9. Like, Madlib is a genius, bro. This production is genius. Like, holy, and MF Doom too, bro. This is like Kobe and Shaq. This is like, who? LeBron and D Wade. This is like MJ and Scottie Pippen. It's Pascal Siakam and Fred VanVleet this year. Raptors 2022 champs. Probably not. Definitely not, but I can dream. All right. Do Not Fire is the next. Oh. Scared me. Oh, it's instrumental? Okay. Oh. This is so sinister. What the frick?
On many forms.
I mean, I don't have much to say about that. Do Not Fire, another instrumental, but like, this production is insane. It's insane. Super sinister. Had some dudes, like some cartoon fighting in the back, some manic laughing, just all coming together just to create this beautiful aesthetic. Like, I feel like I'm literally being transported to a different world. I feel like I'm being transported into a cartoon right now.
Your boom blown or either thirst bone. Rockets won't burst, clone, just don't curse the grown. In the old jazz standard.
These beat switches. What is happening? You can't just switch the beat. You can't just do it so effortlessly.
Don't mind me. I wrote this
What the heck?
So raw, break it down, make quadruple.
This beat is insane. All right, Money Folder. I don't really know what the song is about lyrically because those beat switches just freaking possessed me. I didn't even know what was happening. Like, this is the problem with this. It's too good that it's so hard to focus on both things and appreciate both things at once. I'm either focusing and just in awe of the lyrics, or I'm in awe of this insane production. It's so hard to appreciate both at the same time. So, yeah, this is a first listen. I'm not going to catch everything. I mean, Genius says that it's about the value in Doom's music, which he compares to the value of money, which I can kind of see now. But yeah, it's just it's so dense, it's so rich, there's so much going on. And even though these beats, like, they're technically repetitive, these beats, like a section of this beat is repetitive, but the beat never stays in the same place too long. There was like 3 switch ups in that one song. It's crazy. So it never gets stale. It never gets boring. We're going to Shadows of Tomorrow, which has Quasimodo once again.
Today is the shadow of tomorrow. Today is the present future of yesterday. Belongs to the dead, because the dead belongs to the past. The past is yesterday. Today is the preview of
Which was the wisdom of the past is a light of the past. The light of the future was a light.
Why does Doom sound so different?
Of the future, see, yesterday belongs to the dead. End.
Okay. That was the first track where it felt kind of repetitive to me. Like that kind of low guitar tone, that dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun throughout the whole thing. Like, most of these beats have done a really good job of switching up enough to keep it interesting, but I feel like that one didn't really succeed at that. Doom sounded weird on that. Like, his voice was way higher pitched. It wasn't as raspy. So I'm kind of confused about that. I didn't hate it, but I'm just confused if there was pitching up going on there, or if Doom just did a different voice. Quasimodo, of course, I love this high-pitched nasally voice. It just fits. It contrasts with Doom so well that it's great. But yeah, the instrumental there was the first time that felt a little bit stagnant and repetitive. So probably not one of my favorite tracks on the album so far, but yeah, still pretty solid.
Very moment by the most powerful forces man has ever seen.
Loud, caught me off guard. I went to breathe out, then she made me cough hard. Was just take a juicy fruit. She just knew she was
These
cute.
ad-libs, bro. Literally, the song is literally about a girl who has bad breath, but it's probably one of the funniest songs on the album so far. I really enjoyed that. Much better than the last track. I'd give it probably like a 9. You know what? I mean, I don't know. There's nothing that I disliked about that track. I just feel like This album is doing such a good job of just transporting me to this world. Like, this doesn't even feel like this music is coming from this world. It just feels like Madlib's and Doom's world that we're just entering. And it's so good. It's so good. And I wouldn't have thought that an album, like a hip-hop album that's mainly focused on lyricism, would be able to do such a good job of that, but it does. And it's mainly due to this just insane genius level production. And then Doom's lyrics on top of that, just complementing everything. I feel like this doesn't even feel like this is from this world, honestly. It's insane. Next track. I feel like I've heard this. Oh, what is this from? What is this from?
The rest is empty with no brain, but the clever nerd, the best MC.
Hold up.
Don't know their next shine. Nerd, the best.
There's no way we can just switch. I gotta hear that again.
The rest is empty with no brain, but the clever
Why
nerd,
does
the
that
best
go so
MC.
smoothly?
No jet, get 'em, not a bet, get 'em. Let 'em spit the venom, said 'em got a lot of shit with 'em. Patty, the flow make her fatty shake. Patty cake, for show skills close, but no krills. Toast for polils, post no
This
pills.
wordplay, bro. Holy. Oh my god.
Supposed to overdose, no dose pills. Have a nice dream, she only let 'em stick her head in.
Bro. Yeah, that one's super catchy. That one's super catchy. Great bars. At one point, the rhyme scheme in there absolutely blew my mind. I'm trying to find where that was. I mean, you had forgot about the cackalack, hollaback, clack, clack. Like, what are we doing, bro? Where was the other one? Oh, with the pills? Toast for, like, what? Oh, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Beat on that was amazing, as always. I thought I recognized that sample from somewhere at the beginning. And then that beat switch as well. I wasn't expecting it at all, but it went over so smoothly. I mean, it's a 10. It's a 10. There was nothing I can find to dislike about that track. Keep going. Hardcore hustle.
Jump on the track with the hardcore hustle. With the busload of niggas, this time we brought y'all muscle. Unpredictable steps. Say what? Bulls in the shape of a mic get pushed straight through your heart like.
Oh! What just happened? Okay, so there's no Doom on this track. Just Wild Child. I don't know who Wild Child is, but I mean, his verse was pretty much up to par with pretty much everything Doom has done on this so far. Holy crap. Intervals in the shape of a mic get pushed straight through your heart, and then it proceeds to, sound like someone's getting a mic pushed through their heart. That was like the most mind-blowing part of this whole... What just happened? That was the most mind-blowing part of this album so far.
Wreak havoc, beatless, mad traffic, sleek and lavish, people speaking
Oh!
to the man, the wrong thug to test, slug through the vest, shot in the street, that's like making a soldier drop his weapon, shooting them and telling them to get to stepping. Same game, you can't reform them.
Alright, Strange Ways. Great track. Probably one of the most interesting in terms of the lyrical, the concept of the song. Very political track. Obviously talking about Doom's distaste or resentment for the police force in America. Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of pointing out the hypocritical part of it all. How cops kind of arrest people for doing these things, but they end up doing these things as well. And then, as Genius says, the entire thing is ironic because Doom and Madlib, as they've kind of portrayed themselves as the Madvillain, and they've portrayed themselves as these powerful villains in this kind of album here, the second verse is all about questioning those in charge. So the whole thing is kind of ironic, and it kind of flips it on its head. And bro, this production, I usually gravitate towards the production on things and how stuff just sounds. So, I'm sorry if I'm missing lyrics, bro. I'm sorry if I'm missing stuff in the lyrics here, but this production is just insane.
I knew you was in around, playing all innocent hoeing. Since the one me you was poison like BBD first cassette. And still I put my chips on the worst bet. Wasn't sorry when you sucked them off in the hallway. But have it your way, raw, no foreplay. That's shit if you want all day. And just to think, I used to be proud of you. And you had some real good power.
It was great.
Probably kissed me later that evening. I should be early to be stomped in the ground.
These little interludes that just go in between each track just fit so well, bro. Oh my gosh. And Doom coming with the aggression on that track, kind of like a breakup track, which Genius says this is an alter ego of Doom, Victor Vaughn, and I think I've heard Doom go into that alter ego before, because I think it's the track, what is it called, Vaudeville Villain? I think I've heard that track, and the artist is Victor Vaughn, right? So I've heard that before, and yeah, I'm just kind of confused what this alter ego is. Like, I don't know, is it just more of like a, I don't know, because he hasn't really addressed like a topic. Is he more of like a real person, maybe? Because Doom before this has been portraying himself as kind of this character, and maybe Victor Vaughn is more of a real version of himself, because I mean the lyrics in this thing are super real. Like, yeah, there's so many good just lines in this, and but have it your way, raw, no foreplay. That's you if you want a dude who wear a mask all day. That's fire, bro. So yeah, you guys gotta let me know what this kind of Victor Vaughn alter ego is down below, if there's like a special point to it, a specific point to it, or if it's just another character for Doom to rap through. All right, Oh, we're back with like the soul R&B. That was good. That was good. Just a nice little interlude, not featuring Doom at all. My camera is dying. Great, I love it. All right, my camera was dying, so had to change the battery real quick. But as I was saying, I didn't feature MF Doom at all. But yeah, the placement of that is kind of interesting, coming after that last track, which was obviously the breakup. Why am I out of breath? Obviously the breakup kind of song. And then could this be possibly from the perspective of that girl, maybe singing to her new man? I don't know. That's probably a reach. It's probably just meant to be a nice little soul R&B groovy little interlude, but really enjoyed it. All right, Supervillain Theme. Oh my gosh. Holy frick. I love the like... Okay. Before we go into all caps, which I've heard, Supervillain Theme. Nice little instrumental once again. Even the instrumentals where Doom isn't rapping on this are just... They're so good because Madlib is just a genius. He's a genius. Supervillain Theme. I loved the kind of really like, not super blown out, but kind of blown out and distorted drums on that one as well. A lot of stuff going on instrumentally. The instrumental interludes on this thing have just been... They've been great. Like, they hold up so well. They're still so entertaining even if there's no rapping on it at all. That piano, that falling piano.
And you know I know that's a bunch of snow. The beat is so butter. Don't talk about my mom, yo. Sometimes he rhyme quick, sometimes he rhyme slower. Just remember all caps when you spell the man's name. Got troubles, madman, never go like snot bubbles.
It's so good, bro. I mean, I don't have much to say because I've already heard that track and I absolutely love it. The piano on that thing is so it's so amazing, man. And then the little da-da-da-da-da, so catchy, so recognizable. Doom kills it as always. Like, one thing I've noticed as well, Doom does a really good job of like leaving just enough space after each line to let each line kind of land. And I don't know, many rappers that are better at doing that. Like, he just does it so well. It lets each line breathe, and it lets you kind of realize what he's saying. And it just makes it more impactful, in my opinion. And of course, just remember all caps when you spell the man name. So yeah, definitely an iconic MF Doom track. That's the one I heard before, obviously. I mean, it's got to be a 10. Like, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? This album is insanely good. It's like insanely good. There's not been a single bad song on here. There's not been a single, not even like a average song either. They've all been either good or great. It's crazy. Whoa. Some layered vocals.
Even say he might need some psychiatrist. Doom, are you popular? Mad plays the bass like the race card. Villain on the case to break shards. One thing this party could use is more bruise. One false move and they done for.
Frick. Holy frick, bro. What was that one line? Mad plays the bass like the race card, bro. I didn't even catch that many lines, but oh, that nice little organ, those keys above, not an organ, but just those groovy little keys above were so nice. This is crazy that this came out in 2004, because this is so timeless. Like, this, even today, sounds, the production is insane. It sounds innovative and cutting edge even today, which is insane considering it came out in 2004. Crazy, bro. All right, we're going to the last track, Rhinestone Cowboy. In terms of great day, loved it. I mean, just that one line alone. Mad plays the bass like the race card, huh? That's a 10, bro. That's a 10. I'm actually blown away. Like, this is crazy. This is like the first hip-hop album that has blown me away so much since T-Pab. Like, there hasn't been anything that's blown me away this much in terms of a hip-hop album since T-Pab. All right, last track, Rhinestone Cowboy. This is like the longest track on the album, too. Oh, what?
For ransom, flows is handsome, holes in tandem, anthem, random, tantrum, poppy known as the grimy, limey, slimy, try me, blimey. A lot of bitches think he's overly chauvinistic. There go his dick, he's a rhinestone cowboy. Oh, no, enough.
Oh, then they cut out the claps. Oh no, they're still there.
Sometimes they were comedic or relentlessly horrifying.
Oh.
Mic check.
There you have it. MF Doom. Madlib. Madvillainy. I'm honestly kind of speechless. I'm honestly like, okay, I'm gonna try and talk about the last track. I was talking about how this whole thing, this whole album, I feel like I've been transported to this other world. And that last track kind of, with the crowd applause there, it kind of like took me out of it and realized that it did a good job of taking me out of that world, and making me realize, oh, there's other people listening to this dude. There's other people appreciating this dude, even if that probably wasn't actually performed live and it's probably just like clapping and crowd cheering sound effects being looped in the background. But I don't know. That's what it seems like to me, at least. What an album. Like, I don't really know what to say. This is like the best hip hop album I feel like I've heard since To Pimp a Butterfly, honestly. And I'm not even like scratching the surface of the majority of the lyrics on here. MF Doom, like, this dude, I can see what people mean now when they say this dude is one of the best MCs of all time. This dude's rhyme scheme and just his flow and just everything about it, bro. The humor, the introspectiveness, he brings it all, bro. He brings it all. And him pairing up with Madlib bringing the insanely colorful production that doesn't feel dated at all. Like, this feels like something that could come out now and it's still insanely good. The production of this is absolutely insane. The different samples, vocal chops that are used on this, they just fit so perfectly. It never feels like anything's forced. And also the lengths of these songs, there's no song that's like a 6-minute song, or really the longest song was the last one that was 4 minutes. So these songs, they come in, they do their job, they get out, they don't waste any time at all. You obviously have kind of the sampled cartoon little sections at the end of every song, which just it serves as such a good transition. And yeah, you have some great features on here as well. You had some great like soul R&B stuff going on as well, and super jazzy stuff as well. Just the sampling and just the sound of this album is just insane. And as someone who gravitates, me personally, someone who gravitates more towards that in music, it just makes me appreciate this even more. Like, even if this was MF Doom with these same lyrics, the same lyrical talent, but the production wasn't nearly as good, like, it would still be a pretty good album. But the fact that Madlib is doing the production on this and it's like spotless, it's literally perfect, just takes it to a whole nother level. It's insane. It's insane. And I know I missed a ton of lyrics because, like I said earlier, this thing is so good. Like, I feel like it's so hard to listen and appreciate the lyrics and the production at the same time. I feel like I have to focus on one to fully appreciate it. So this is definitely going to take more listens. And I will happily listen to this again, because I feel like sometimes I say I want to listen to things more than once, but with albums that are super long, sometimes it's hard for me to. And this, I don't think this is going to be a problem with this, because once again, these track lengths are super short. It doesn't stay on one idea for too long. And even the tracks that are longer, they switch up enough. The amount of beat switches in this thing that were absolutely just flawless and so smooth, it didn't feel like anything random at all. Like, I'm really trying to struggle to find things to dislike about this. Like, it's just so good. It's so good. The features are great. So many funny lines and just great bars throughout the entire thing. I'm gonna see what my average score came out to be off of a first listen in terms of how much I enjoyed it. I mean, it comes out to be a 9.4. I know some people aren't gonna like this like exact rating that I have here going on, but I think there is merit to doing a numerical system. I think it does kind of let you guys know at least how much I enjoyed it. If I can't fully explain it in words, you can kind of look at this number and see out of 10 how much I enjoyed it. So this thing is amazing. This thing is absolutely amazing. Sorry if you came here for some deep analysis or anything. I'm just honestly kind of mind blown at how good this is. That's gonna do it. Madvillainy, an absolute masterpiece of an album. Rest in peace to MF Doom. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let me know if you want to see some more MF Doom album reactions down below, or leave some other ones that you want to see as well. And that's gonna do it. MF Doom, Madlib, Madvillainy. The most excited I've probably been about hip hop since I listened to Pimp a Butterfly. Masterpiece. Bye.